Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a different show. I am in the driver's seat with the lavalier mic. As always, it's a wild lavalier mic, the Sony stereo cheapest lavalier. How is the sound quality in car? I left one of the seat window in the back row open about half an inch, and the rest of the car is it boxy? Is the sound really boxy? Excuse for my voice, because the past week or so I kind of suffer from a bit of cold and flu, so I might have to clear my throat during the show. Today I want to summarize my trip. I've been back for about a month now. Haven't updated much other than doing the videos and upload for the trip. During the trip, I thoroughly enjoyed not only the camera gear, but overall enjoyed my trip. Bit of break away from day-to-day work here, and stay with the family closely, so was really good. As you all know, my previous two sort of series of episodes are about the camera gear selection and what I decided to take to Thailand and Taiwan, and I did a series of vlog. The reason I didn't upload as many as I thought was a lot of those video clips require extensive editing, because I got too many family parts in my gear talk video. And you know me, I normally don't do much video editing other than batch several clips together. I don't normally spend hours and hours, frame by frame to edit a video. So I usually just straight away SD card. That's why you guys follow me, because you want to see the raw performance, right? As HDR PQ, 10-bit 422, 4K IPB light. With this 50mm lens, I'm in the car, this 50mm lens, I think it's better. The 16mm was too wide, but this time, since it's on a upside down RAM car mount, window mount, suction cup window mount, it's better than the cheap stuff you buy from eBay. It's a RAM 1-inch ball, sort of, you can swing it around, and it's upside down hanging the camera. I feel 50 is okay, but I prefer probably 35, so a little bit wider than this, but the 16 was a bit too wide even with digital enhance, so it's equivalent of about 20 to 22. So this one, without any digital step, it's 50mm field of view, and I changed a couple of settings. I feel this one, because it's a narrower field of view, the tracking at the default setting is a bit slow. So I updated it to +1 in sensitivity and also in speed. And the priority in terms of how sticky you want it to be, I want it to be prioritized to switching the switching. So it's still a little bit hard, but now it finds me. So it's not the fastest focusing, but it gets me. You can blame the lens, don't blame the camera, because R8 is absolutely fantastic. That's what I'm going to talk about during this trip. What I realized is R8 is such a capable little gem in the Canon's RF lineup. I mean, nothing beat it, nothing even close at this price, even consider used. What do you get for this price? I don't know about you guys, but I'm in Australia, so for the price I got my R8 with a financial year, end of financial year special, and a tax refund through the you travel overseas, that the GST refund thing. So I got it the equivalent of $1,300 and with RF 50mm lens for another $67. So incredible value. Nothing else I could say about it. even used market, you can get an A7 III, you can't even get an A7 IV, or you can get an ancient A7R2. What that gonna give you? Nothing other than huge fire for your single shot, not so good video, not so good everything. You get those 8-bit Sony S-Log3, nothing compared to this. This HPQ 10-bit, I didn't do any editing because my poor laptop can't handle this famous Canon 422 10-bit. When R5 was announced, that was a big hot topic. No computer other than the M1 powered Mac could handle it. Now more Intel computer could handle it, and obviously all the M announced after the M1 could handle it. But still, my old Intel based laptop doesn't stand a chance to edit those files. So it's very jittery. It's stuck every second, literally. So I'm doing basically nothing other than upload to YouTube. Copy from the SD card. Back to the topic of R8. I found I took two lenses with me: the 50mm mainly for photo, and then the 16mm mainly for vlog. I'm happy with both. I could not fault anything. I tried a 50mm for one vlog and I wasn't happy with the result. As I said, I didn't change the settings. I didn't know what was not right because I had very limited time. Change lens with the family, it's basically impossible. So now I figured out, if I change the sensitivity to +1 and change the priority to switching focus instead of standard 0 in the middle, to the prioritize to change focus, I think it's better. I think it's usable now. See, if I move forward, backward, is it working? I think it's working. I think it's pretty sticking to my eyes, at least from the little flip screen. Lens wise, gear wise, every single piece of gear I brought with me, I used them. I use the ND filter. I always use the lavalier mic. During the subway train, underground train, in Thailand, crowded bus, local market in Taiwan and Thailand, I used my little grip from Ulanzi BG3, not the BG4, the longer one, BG3. Unfortunately, it could not provide what it said it could provide. It said to be able to provide 9 volts 3 amps, but it was a lie. So it could provide 5 volts 3 amps. And then that was only possible to use a dummy battery, which I did. So it's kind of clunky with a lot of battery and a little voltage adapter hanging out of the camera and plug into the battery handle. And the battery handle with the camera I'm holding with a little split tripod at the bottom. It worked perfectly. I was at that famous Fuhang soya milk place. It was so crowded, half an hour queue. When we finally sat down, all I need to do is split the leg of the tripod, put it down, and I continue record with we having the breakfast. It was fantastic. I did several videos. Admittedly, I didn't upload to YouTube. It was a family lunch and family dinner. We had some interesting conversations. It was all fun memories, and I'm glad I recorded it. Without the BG3, without the tripod base, I wouldn't be able to do that so easily. So yeah, it was good. I even did a gym 30 minutes recording. I was curious to see if I don't use the battery handle, can the E17 little battery handle a half an hour continuous HDR PQ 4K recording? The answer is yes. So the recording was complete, one file, no interruption, 110 giga, I think it was. It was a very large file, but it was okay. Apart from that, what I learned is the lack of IBIS. It's not that big of a deal. I summarize my use case for 16mm walking vlog. IBIS basically on every single model is wobbly. Even the best one said to be the S5 Mark IIX. They solve the problem up to 20mm, and wider than that, you still get the wobble corners. And Canon is hopeless, and Sony is weaker IBIS anyway, so better than nothing. What I learned is the digital enhance step, very, very good. Usable when you're not vigorously shaking the camera or running, you're just walking. I think the result is watchable on a big screen and small screen at 4K resolution, and you don't feel the image quality loss. So now what I'm gonna show you a few little pieces after the trip I got. So I'm keep refining my gear setup. In this sense, my biggest YouTuber model or my idol is called Marcus Pix. He is so enthusiastic about the gear, about traveling light, about keep refining your gear setup. I learned heaps from his videos. If you haven't checked him out, please check him out. He is a hero for me. He is awesome. And in his recent videos, he showed us he is set up with 3 light stands, 3 speed lights, 5 lenses, 2 cameras, 3 cameras in one bag. I'm not that at his level yet. I'm not that organized. So what I normally use is a small bag like this, 3-liter sling bag. You can see it's unsuspicious. It looks a normal bag. You could put a bottle of water. I hand this lens pouch from JJC on the side because I normally keep my lavalier mic in here. It's very, very good. It's very good protection, very easy to get out. No chance it dropped out because it's so light, and it just hook onto this loop. And in the main bag, I put the camera in. I got my 16mm in another lens pouch here. You could put 3 lenses in there if you find another little box to put lavalier. You can put this with the 50mm. It will fit. And on this front, I put my that is the gear setup. This is a USB cable. So all you need to do is this dummy battery with a USB-A, 5 volts, 3 amps. Okay, so what I did to refine that, to minimize gear clutter, is I bought this one. This is a battery, a battery pack from Ramos. Oh, I should do this way. Ramos, yeah. So it is what it can do is 30 watts output, and it's a true 30 watts output. It's not just a figure. So it's a true 30 watt output battery, 10 milliamps hour, which is the same as claimed capacity as the BG3 battery handle, but it's a little bit bulky. So I got this. This is a carbon fiber Sunway photo carbon fiber handle. Very, very light. It weighs nothing, and it's got one trick up its sleeve. You can even make this longer, and it's even got a platform on the top to use this. So you can use this, and at the bottom it's got a hole, so you can put a tripod base here. So the question is how you're gonna fit this on this, and then you can still hold it when you use the. Obviously, you can still use the BG3 on top of that. Then that'll be a bit too long for me because I'm vlogging with 16mm. I don't need that long. With that long, I probably can vlog with 28mm, which it's on pre-order. I haven't got it yet, But I found YouTube got several reviews from Japan, Hong Kong, and one from UK. People already got it. Excuse me. I'm sorry for the sound bursting out. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this one, it's got a USB-C, and I've tested. It actually can power the camera without using the dummy battery. So it will simplify my setup, less clutter. So if I want to use this battery power, I put this in USB-C to USB-C 1 cable. No dummy battery, no clunkiness. And if I want to use the internal battery, I just unplug it and I can take photos. With the dummy battery, you don't have a real battery in there. So once you've done your video, you want to switch to photo mode, you still have a lot of cables hanging out from your ass. So it's just not that practical when you do both photo and videos. So with this and some sort of attachment to make it, the combined weight is about the same as the BG3 handle, one piece. So we'll see. I'll find a way, and I can put the dummy battery at home, and I'll see. All right, this is my summarize in the car. How is the audio? How is the video autofocus? I'm happy with it. So far, I don't see any problem with it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. But this one, I think, is going to be a keeper, because I'm going to keep doing this in-car thing, because in between, family duties, work duties, I have little fragmented time. I probably can do more in-car recording if you guys like to watch that. Thank you very much for watching. Stick around. I will show you how I'm gonna hold this with that in one piece, and how I'm gonna do the vlogging with the 16mm without the BG3. So the problem with BG3, if it can only output 5 volts, not the 9 volts at 3 amps. If it can do what it said it can do, I don't need this. I bought this at Prime Day Amazon purely because that BG3 is a lie. It doesn't do what it said it can do. So all the Canon needs is at 9 volts, actually 2.27 amps. It doesn't even require 3 amps. But it's all about the negotiation between the camera and the battery pack. It has to support PPS, I believe. So your battery pack not only need to support USB PD power delivery, but it has to support PPS. So it will negotiate at the right voltage. Then it can power the camera. When it powers the camera, it won't charge the battery at the same time, but you won't lose any charge from your battery either. So at least it will give you 4 or 5 times of the battery, of internal battery, from one of these. Still worth it, in my opinion. It's still pretty good. In the future trips, I might take both. So one is used with dummy battery if I'm out of option. One is used with this. And this you can easily leave somewhere to charge. That BG3 thing, it's harder to charge as well, because most of the holder for your phone won't fit that long tube thing. And the charging port on the side of the tube, it's not practical. This is much easier because it's similar to a phone. So you can put it anywhere, you can charge it. All right, that's it for this episode. It's been a long episode. I will see you guys next episode. Bye for now.